Hello and welcome to How to Pixelmon, your instructional Pixelmon guide. Today we're going to be going over two very nice tanky ice water Pokemon. Two of my personal favorites to use on a team, at least I have one of them. That would be Walrein and Lapras. Now as you can see here we got the shiny versions where we get a purplish blue and a purplish pink. And that of course goes changing from the normal blue colors of the Pokemon. Now, when we look at these Pokemon, their best stat for both of them is definitely going to be health, especially in Lapras. The health, even without training, can easily go up to the 250. And then it has some pretty good defensive stats, around 120 for both its physical and special defense at level 60 here without training. And it has some decent special attack as well. Now we can go look at Walrein, and this one's trained, this one's untrained. It also has a good chunk of health, a little bit better on the defenses actually, and pretty good on special attack as well. Now, depending on how you train these guys, they can be good for special attack. They can be very good tanks. Today we're going to be mostly specifying how good they are as tanks. So let's look at some movesets here. Here's my personal Walrein that I use. And I actually got to replace a move on him because he has Snore, when that might not be preferred. The one downside of Walrein is not a very amazing moveset for what he is. Instead of Snore, you might want to say keep Body Slam if he gets that earlier. Or of course, what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to put Hail on him in case I want to use a bulk of Ice Pokemon on my team, or just keep Walrein out there for a while, tanking up some damage. So we're going to replace Snore. Snore's actually a little broken right now, so we're not going to be needing that on my team. And another good moveset for Walrein would be to just give it some really good attacks. So, Aurora Beam. You know what? It doesn't learn a lot of great attacks. I'm just going to be honest with you. So, just teaching it a strong ice move, strong water move, and then, of course, having some extra bonus moves. You could have Swagger on it to try to confuse the enemy, and you could definitely have Rest, because it's happened many times here where they finally get the Walrein down and then Rest. Full health. But that's definitely the case. Now, when you look at Lapras, it definitely has a bit of a more versatile moveset. So, do we have a moveset on either of these? Yes, this one has a very good moveset. My personal favorite for Lapras. We have Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, Confuse Ray, and Sing. Now, since it has a Hydro Pump and Sing, some low accuracy moves, I'm actually going to replace Ice Beam with Blizzard. And, oh, wrong Lapras. That Lapras we're going to get to in a second. So we're going to put Blizzard on it. Boom. And the reason we're putting low accuracy moves on him is because we can throw a wide lens on, and the wide lens will help every move in the moveset. Now, another way to train Lapras is to make it a completely trolly monster. So on this one, I have just a blank slate of all the trolly moves it can learn. We have Sing, putting them to sleep, Confuse Ray, confusing them, Perish Song, it's a good last resort move if you think you're going to die. Throw that out, they're going to hate you for it. And of course, Sheer Cold, the one-hit KO. Now, I wouldn't normally suggest using Sheer Cold, but if you have Sing and Confuse Ray, well, you can keep them at bay while you're doing all the multiple attempts of using Sheer Cold. And of course, you would also want to have a wide lens on this setup when you got the Sing and Sheer Cold combo. Now, thing is, I might not want to have both Sheer Cold and Perish Song on, and I'm not going to lie, it might be good to have at least one attack on. So, in this circumstance, I'm actually going to replace the, let's see, that one already knows Blizzard. You don't both know Blizzard. Come on. Okay, there we go. I would replace the Perish Song with a Blizzard. That'll just give him some damage for when I just need to kill a Pokemon instead of relying on Sheer Cold or anything else. So he has a little bit of versatility to him, but my personal favorite way to train up Lapras is... well, actually, I like having a good mix of both. But here is something you can do with him. He can learn a lot of moves. Now, of course, Blizzard, Hydro Pump, great moves. Confuse Ray, always a good thing to have. And then other moves we can also learn are Thunderbolt, Hyper Beam, Psychic, and of course, the all the water and ice moves. So he can really get a good versatile moveset. And that will really come in handy with some of the things you have to counter. Now, when you look at things that are good against these two Pokemon, there's Fighting, Rock, Grass, and Electric. Now, Rock type isn't going to be a big problem when you want to counter it. It's going to do damage to you, and thing is, when you train up these Pokemon, they're not going to be too fast. But if you get you'll probably survive one attack, and then you get the second attack in. Water is good against Rock type, so that shouldn't be too difficult for you to worry about. And of course, ice is good against grass type, so same concept applies. Now where you're really going to have trouble is against fighting and electric type. Now fighting type can be dealt with a Lapras. You can potentially learn Psychic on them, and Psychic is super effective against fighting. I wouldn't go out of my way just to counter one type though. When it comes to electric, unless you want to teach something to them that's not going to be great on the Pokemon, it's not going to be a good counter. So you might want to watch out for electric and fighting types when you're using these Pokemon. Otherwise, they should be very tanky, should be able to take a hit just fine. Now when we go to train them, we're going to want some specific natures. Really, doesn't even have to be any certain nature, it just has to be good for certain things. You can train it for like defense or special defense, and that would be bold or relaxed, or calm or sassy for those. Those would be the tanky natures that you want to train them up on. Of course, bold, calm, and modest all get rid of the physical attack aspect. They lower that EV gain, and relaxed, sassy, and quiet lower the speed. So really one of these top three will be ideal. Modest, of course, if you want to specifically train them in special attack, or even quiet if you have to, because you don't necessarily need speed on them. It's not really important to have, but if you can keep it, why not? Those are going to be the natures you want. So there we go. We have these tanky Pokemon. We have their movesets. You can pretty much... That's one thing I really like about tanky Pokemon. I like having movesets that'll just completely mess with them. Put a Confuse Array on them while you have leftovers on. And looking at these Walreins, of course, leftovers are Shell Bell. Shell Bell would be more effective if you want to train it for special attack, and leftovers if you would rather just keep it fully tanky. And you're going to be training it for health and defenses, however you feel fit for it. And yeah, then you should be able to just keep them at bay for a long, long time, and it'll get really annoying for everyone you're going up against. So thank you everyone for watching this episode. Hopefully you decide to use one of these guys or any other really tanky Pokemon on your team, and this has helped you out a little bit. Make sure you leave down in the comments below who you would like to see next. I'm going to be showing you let's see, Cryogonal and Cloyster in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. And we will see you next time on How to Pixelmon.